Hello everyone, welcome back. Alright, this is getting interesting. There's some major buzz surrounding Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and this time the spotlight shifts to Lexie Hull. Lexie recently made an appearance on Sophie Cunningham's Show Me Something podcast, and she didn't hold back. She gave fans a real behind-the-scenes look at what it's like being part of Caitlin Clark's squad, and more importantly, she made her intentions crystal clear. She wants to stay in Indiana. She wants to keep building with this team, and she believes in what they're creating. Now, that's a big deal. Why? Because the Fever are heading into a crucial off-season, and things are about to get complicated. Free agency is looming, and there are a lot of moving pieces the front office has to figure out. Let's start with Kelsey Mitchell. She's expected to draw serious attention and could be in line for a max-level contract. The big question is whether she'll commit long-term to Indiana or explore opportunities elsewhere. That situation alone could shape the team's future. Then there's Lexie Hull herself. She'll be a restricted free agent, which means other teams can make aggressive offers, but the Fever still have the power to match and keep her. After what she just said publicly, you can bet Indiana will strongly consider doing exactly that. And of course, Sophie Cunningham enters the picture as an unrestricted free agent. She'll have full freedom to choose her next destination, making her situation just as critical. At the heart of all this is one clear goal: keep the core together. Caitlin, Sophie, and Lexie. That trio has quickly become something fans are invested in, and after hearing Lexie speak, it's obvious she's all in on making it work. Now let's dive deeper into exactly what she said and what it could mean for the future of this team.
I guess teams and communities in the WNBA, there's a pretty wide spectrum on how special some of them are. Everything she tells me about playing here is incredible.
It is.
Great fan support. The community loves you guys. What's your time in Indy been like?
It's grown so much.
Yeah.
Like my rookie year, we probably had a couple thousand people coming to games. We won 5 games that whole year.
I think that's doing it justice too.
It might be. It might be.
Yeah.
But it's that's hard. I think once you start winning and once more people start showing up, your experience changes completely. So the last couple years have been a full 180. We've changed. People are showing up. People know about the Fever. If we were to be walking in the airport, the story I just said, that would never happen today. So it's been awesome.
Do you almost cherish it more because you got to be here when things were clearly not as special?
I think so. I think it gives you perspective on what it could be like.
Right.
And when you see it and you actually have fun doing it, and you love coming to the gym every day, and you love the staff that's there, and you love your teammates, it's important to be very grateful. And I do feel grateful to be here.
And I think Lex and I are a lot alike because we are very much do the dirty work and the energy players. And so when you do have a fan base like the Fever, it makes it so much easier because they appreciate.
Yeah. They see it. They see you.
Yeah. And you have Kelsey Mitchell, you have Aliyah, you have Caitlin that of course they're going to go do their thing. But when you have players that are going to go take the charge, you're just so tough, and they're just people appreciate it. And when you have sold out crowds everywhere you go, it's just appreciated. And it feels good as players. You talked about in the intro that you are inspiring the next generation where you come from, around the country, with the eyes that you have on you. What is something that you cherish or gives you chills when you think about, you're still early in your career, but your career overall?
I think it's just really cool to be at games, and obviously you have the Caitlins and the Aliyahs and the Kelseys, and you see their jerseys in the stands. Then when you see a 10 out there, it's so special because people are watching and supporting. And growing up, I didn't have someone in the W that I saw myself as, or that I wanted to reach for. And I feel now with the social media and just even TV and the accessibility for people, they see us and they can actually have these dreams so much earlier. And to be one of those people is really special.
I think it's really cool to watch. All types of people will ask you for pictures or to say hi, but when you see a little girl come up to you and you can just clearly see
yourself,
what they see in you, and how cool that is. That's been a fun part of getting to be around you more, is seeing little girls look up to you guys. It's so dope.
It's cool also because it's not just little girls now. It's little boys too. It's insane.
Well, I think that's what's really cool and unique about the WNBA is that we are so diverse amongst our league that every kid, boy or girl, they can look at the TV and watch someone play and like find themselves in one of the players playing. It's funny because when we watch film together, sometimes we can't tell each other apart.
Oh,
If someone messes up, it's like, oh, that was Lexie. And we're like, oh, that was me. Yeah, you know what I mean? And so we can't even
when
tell
you're
each
just
other apart.
sprinting and our hair looks like it's hard.
Like,
It is
are
hard.
those my shoes or are those Lexie shoes?
That was the same way in college. It was Lacey, wasn't it?
college basketball.
Hold up. Let's slow this down for a second, because this is where the real impact of Caitlin Clark becomes impossible to ignore. Think about where the Indiana Fever were before she arrived. We're talking about games played in front of small crowds, just a few thousand fans in the building on some nights. Plenty of empty seats, limited national coverage, and not much buzz around the franchise. And during that stretch, players like Kelsey Mitchell and Lexie Hull were already there grinding, competing every night, putting in the work, trying to build something, but without the spotlight. Then Caitlin Clark shows up, and everything flips. Now, it's a completely different story. Arenas are packed, home and away. It doesn't matter where Indiana plays. Crowds are showing up in massive numbers. We're talking sellouts pushing 18,000 fans or more. The energy is electric, the media attention is everywhere, and the expectations have skyrocketed. That's the Caitlin Clark effect. And for someone like Lexie Hull, who's been there through the tough years, that shift hits differently. She's seen both sides, the quiet rebuild and the sudden explosion of attention. So when the environment changes overnight, of course you feel it. Suddenly, the league is watching. Fans are locked in. And players who were once under the radar are now being recognized. Let's be real. Lexie Hull has earned her respect. She brings hustle, defense, effort, and a strong understanding of her role. She's the kind of player every team needs, especially next to a superstar. But there's no denying that playing alongside Caitlin Clark has elevated her visibility in a big way. That's just how sports work. Now people know her name, you're seeing her jerseys in the crowd. Analysts are breaking down her impact. Fans are talking about her contributions. And a big part of that comes from being on one of the most talked about teams in basketball right now. So when Lexie speaks about wanting to stay in Indiana, it makes perfect sense. She's part of something that's growing fast. The Fever have momentum, they have attention, and they're building a young, exciting core. A core that includes Caitlin Clark, Lexie Hull, and Aliyah Boston, a trio that fans are fully rallying behind. Add the potential return of Kelsey Mitchell, and suddenly you're looking at a foundation that could compete for years. That's why so many fans believe bringing Lexie Hull back should be a top priority this offseason. She fits the system. She complements Clark's style perfectly. And just as importantly, she genuinely wants to be there. If Indiana is serious about building long-term success, keeping players who already have chemistry might be the smartest move they can make. So now it comes down to one simple question. Do you lock in Lexie Hull long-term and keep this core together? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates.